Hey guys, welcome to this week's recap of The Real Housewives of New Jersey, episode 10, The Italian Invasion. This episode, I would have to give it a high rating. I would say maybe 8.5 because we're in a whole new country. We get to explore our housewives in a whole new element. So I love this part of the most of all franchises is the girls trip. Okay, I like the girls trip so much that I'm so grateful that they actually created a franchise based on the girls trip. So let's get into this. So we open up the episode with Danielle in Melissa's store Envy. And Danielle, she's doing a pop-up for her brand, Bougie Kids. So Jennifer, she actually comes to support. I think Jennifer, she's very supportive compared to all the other girls. She's able to show up and you support Danielle in her pop-up. So she's supporting, but she's also shopping, and that's what we love about Jennifer. So Jennifer, she checks in with Melissa on how she feels with her being a bridesmaid, and Melissa, she's not bothered at all, but Jennifer feels like it's an olive branch and that she should take the opportunity and that it's not too late. But Melissa, she feels over the whole situation. She's over Teresa and she's okay with how things are, so she's just happy just to not necessarily to participate, but just come to the wedding overall, and that's it. And we learn later that she doesn't end up going at all, but you can see like these girls, they are done with each other. They are tired. So Melissa, she switches the focus on Danielle and Rachel's drama. So that gets Danielle talking, and Danielle, she feels like Rachel is a rat, and I'm like, not a rat. Now you calling Rachel a rat, because that's actually quite mean. And she feels that, Rachel's a rat because Rachel, she goes and she run over gossip to the other girls. And, Danielle, she feels like she can forgive, but she'll never forget. And I'm like, girl, that's the name of the game. That's the name of the game. That is what you signed up for. So, anywho, we're now over at Teresa's and she's packing for the Ireland trip. And then we jump scene over to Margaret, and Margaret is packing her suitcase. I love to see this. So everyone get ready. And we also see Rachel. She's packing and she said her man needed to give her some money so she could go on her trip. And now we are over at Mr. Paul's beautiful home. And pretty much the Paul's family, they're over and they're talking about the trip. And Paul's family, they seem super sweet, very kind people, just based on how they talk, or maybe it's just because of the accent. So they are discussing plans for Ireland, and Dolores, she is ready to be the tour guide for these girls. And I was shocked. I was so excited when she said that the girls are staying at a castle. And I'm like, ooh, I want to see what a castle gives. What's it like to stay over at a castle for vacation? So I'm excited to see the looks. I'm excited to see the travels. I'm excited to see the food, the culture, all of it. Before we get to the airport, we're back over at Margaret. And of course, Margaret, she is talking to her man about the coffee reading and how it was obviously compromise and it wasn't real, because the girls feel like, Jennifer and Teresa were behind these readings that they received, because some of the words that was used is what the words that Margaret used. So, I wanted to believe the reader, but then when we get into the real drama of Coffeegate, I feel so duped, because I love a coffee reading. I like a psychic reading. I like a hand reading that these housewives go to, because we get to learn some tea that may not be uncovered today, but in the future it will all click. So I was a little bit disappointed in that. So man, this was the worst reading that we ever seen on Housewives, y'all. So over at Teresa's, Louis is stressed, y'all. Louis is so red and so stressed. And, he's stressed for Teresa to go on this trip because the wedding is coming up in 2 weeks. And he doesn't want any more stress to be piled up onto Teresa before the wedding, which is understandable. But man, him being stressed, he should be calming down Teresa. I don't know if him being stressed is supposed to help Teresa be not stressed. But even Teresa is stressed because she's like, man, Louis is so stressed. And now Teresa has to be the one to calm Louis down for the situation. So now over at Jennifer, she's planning some fun for Teresa in Ireland. She's doing a bachelorette party for Teresa, so she's excited for the trip, but she's also thinking about being around Margaret, and she is not too excited about that, but she knows she has to deal with it. She feels this way particularly because of her finding out that her daughter wants to be a love therapist after the affair was exposed to them. She seems that she wants to, focus on therapy. She wants Bill to take care of the kids. And I think right after all this, Jennifer will be all right, but I think it will also plan to get back at Margaret. I do think that she is fighting for her family to be better, but I do believe that at some point Jennifer is gonna get back at Margaret, and then it's even, y'all. You're not gonna play with Mama's cub and think that Mama not gonna want to get her lick back. No. Let me tell you, Jennifer is not that type of girl. Jennifer is the type of girl that settled debts, okay? Everyone gets their due. So I'm ready to see that because, Jennifer, she's exciting. She gives the show a little life. Okay? So the girls are at the airport. The fashion was not really fashioning. So the girls, they walked through, met up all the girls. Rachel, she just wants to have fun on this trip. She don't care what Danielle got to say about it. Margaret, she looked at Jennifer and she doesn't even care for Jennifer. But we all got to be in that same space together. So the girls, they arrive to Ireland and they're heading over to the castle. And the castle is a 400-year-old castle. And I was like, oh no, honey, that is not for me. 400 years? 400 years of dust? 400 years of people's souls walking through in and out? I don't think I could sleep well. No, honey. Oh, no. So Melissa, I was agreeing with Melissa. Melissa was saying that she's afraid of ghosts. And I'm like, yeah, I think there's definitely going to be ghosts in this castle. And Dolores, she's letting the girls know that, their room arrangements. Because, every time there's a trip, the girls, they got to fight for who gets the better room. So Dolores, she said, girls, I'm getting the nice big room because I have sacrificed enough. I'm hosting this trip, so I'm getting the big room. I'm like, Dolores, just tell these girls that you're getting a big room, period. And if they want to say something about it, they have to go through Dolores' fist. Like, who's going to fight Dolores, really, y'all? And then, Dolores says that Teresa is getting the second best room because she's the bride. And, the girls are happy and everything. And the last time these girls have been outside on a trip was in Jamaica. And that was when Jennifer was impersonating the girls. But, the best part of this bus ride was when Jen Fessler, she dropped some tea. She admits that she was sleeping with a soprano. And this is the one who got away. The girls jumped on this tea. The girls jumped and they were like, say what? Yup, James Gandolfini. What, how you say his name? James Gandolfino. Fino. Well, he was a soprano. So apparently Jen Fessler, she went to acting school and then she became a talent agent, and from there she met James and they went out for some drinks, and after that they did the damn thing. And I'm like, damn, that's some tea. I like to hear some tea even though I may not know the tea. This is nice this is nice to like get the conversation going, because you're not gonna get much with the current housewives, because we already know them. It's the same trick, that they do. But I like with these newbies that we get some insight of some people, some famous people. That's some real tea. So they get to the castle, and y'all, it's a real castle. It's a real castle. And I'm scared. They went inside to the lobby area, and the paintings were giving haunted. They look like, the eyes moved that night. And I'm like, I don't know. But, after watching the girls' trip of Thailand, I need to have a host that does the mostest. And these hosts, they introduce themselves, and I'm like, they seem quiet. I want to know if they're kind of fun. I don't know. This is kind of like a level of expectation that I have now after these girls' trips, to have a good host. But, the host, they showed the ladies their rooms. And I'm like, okay, let's go. Let's see what these rooms are going to give, what they're giving. And, Jen, she likes her room. I thought it was okay. But then the bathroom, it looked amazing. Like, I would be soaking in that tub and not even go sleep in the bedroom. Like, the bathroom was so up to date. It was so perfect. And Jen was happy with her room. She liked it. So I was excited to see the other girl's room. It was okay. But I want to see what Dolores' room was going to look like. And I thought, it was quite green. It was very, very traditional. But I didn't feel like it was the best room. I do feel like Jen got the best room. Teresa's room is okay, but I like Jen's room the most. So the girls, they go downstairs for lunch. And, they never had a lunch where they haven't fought, haven't beefed. And, Dolores says to the ladies, y'all, we are no longer in New Jersey. And that you guys got to be on your best behavior because we're in a whole new country, understandably so. And she brings up the behavior at the coffee reading. And the girls, particularly Jackie and Margaret, they feel like the reader was compromised. And, Dolores didn't like how, Jackie was being rude. But, Jackie, she stood up for herself. She said no. She said the reader was compromised. And lo and behold, Teresa, she reveals the truth. And she tells Jennifer, what did you tell the reader the night before? And all the girls were just so gagged. They were like, all their eyes were so bright-eyed and open. They were like, oh, are you serious? So Jennifer did tell the reader some things in small talk. And when the reader was using the word endorsement, even Jennifer caught herself in the confessional. She was like, damn. And I'm like, wow. At least now she's copping up to it. She's owning it. So I'm like, damn, Jennifer, you just ruined a whole second reading. Like, I was getting so into it. So she does say that one thing for certain is true, is that she did not tell her anything about the elf friend. And what she said about the elf friend, which is Laura, was true. And, I want to know what Laura said, because these girls are talking in clues, bits and pieces. And you see a little twinkle in Danielle's eye, and she wants to know. I want to know. So Danielle, I really need you to, to figure this out for us, okay? Do the duty of a good housewife. So when lunch ends, the girls get ready to go rally at the bars. And Danielle, she goes over to Jennifer's room, and Danielle, she wants to know what's the tea. And I'm like, I want to know the tea too. So Jennifer says that, she can't say because there's a family involved, and she does not want to be a hypocrite because it was something that was similarly done to her. So she doesn't want to be a hypocrite. And then she also says that Teresa knows, and Teresa and her sworn to secrecy and doesn't want to get this out there. So obviously, with enough clues that Jennifer gave, that it is about Melissa, but she's not going to say it's about Melissa. She's going to let Danielle put the pieces together of this easy puzzle, and it's about Melissa. So apparently, Melissa was in the back seat with another man, and the person who saw that her with another man in the back seat saw that they were kissing, and that person ran and told Margaret. And now Margaret obviously has this in her arsenal and doesn't want to have this out there. And she has been, not that she doesn't want this out there, she has been saying this to other people too as well, but she doesn't want to be connected to that rumor. So Margaret has arsenal, y'all, and Danielle's like, I knew it, I told her. That's why she got tight, that's why she got riled up. And Teresa, she actually believes this rumor to be true. But I feel like Teresa always gonna believe a rumor against Melissa. Like it could be something that is very unlikely. She's gonna believe it if it's against Melissa. So Jen says, but after telling her all this, she says, don't say anything. And I'm like, y'all, we are not stupid. We are on national television. We see you on national television. What do you mean don't tell Melissa? Don't say anything. Like, come on. So the girls, they go bar hopping. And of course, Jen and Danielle are being life of this party. And I'm enjoying watching them, have fun. And Danielle, she asks if the girls send any nudes to their man while they're away. And the girls are like, no, we don't do that. I've been married for 6 years. I don't need to do all that. So Danielle, she goes to say to Melissa, if I took a picture of my skin here, would Joe know it's you? And I'm like, what kind of games is this? Because these are not the kind of games I play with my man. I'm not doing that, okay? But Melissa, she's okay with it, and she does. She lets Danielle send her a photo that she sends to Joe, and Joe texts back with the best answer possible. Because if he failed, oh hell no. If he failed, oh hell no. And he texts back saying, "Who is that?" And I feel like that's a safe answer because it could be like, "Who is that?" As it tell me that is you or tell me that is not you. So you're safe either way. So I feel like Joe, he's smart. And Melissa, good thing that, this is just some small little game that they're playing. So Teresa, they're asking Teresa about her, and that the wedding is coming up in 2 weeks and that she's not stressed. And Teresa's like, no, she's not stressed about her wedding this week, but maybe next week. And Jen Fester, she asked her, why did you pick Dolores and Jen to be bridesmaid? And I was like, okay, Jen Fester, you trying to dig into this drama even further. So Teresa says she always wanted to have them a part of the wedding, but her concern is what her brother would have said. And, Melissa was like, why would he be mad? Because even if you did pick them, you pick other friends as well, so it wouldn't be anything new. So Teresa, she's trying not to make this a big deal, and she's trying to say, oh, if Joe wanted this to be done, then he could have just told me and I would have done it. And then Jen interjects over and say Melissa was invited out of obligation, which of course is taken the wrong way, but we all get what Jennifer was trying to say. Come on, automatically, if I'm family and I'm having a party, it should be common sense that family is going to be invited, but it shouldn't be assumed, and you should still, out of courtesy and out of respect, still treat your guests all as guests, and just don't expect them to just, figure things out. And, for Teresa, it's a communication thing. She feels like she wants better communication with her brother. And I think that, that should be said, because I feel like there's a lot of assumptions being made. But, these other girls, they feel like, family should automatically be invited. But for Teresa, that family is not so automatic. So I do think, for them to be successful, they actually have to communicate and be straightforward and not just assume, oh, but we're family, so this and this and this. No, just communicate what this and this and this is, and therefore we won't have any issue. Well, we won't have issues, but at least we'll know where we stand, So Jackie is trying to shut it down, and she's saying, oh, I don't want you guys to fight. And I'm like, look at Jackie trying to not get these people riled up. And, Teresa, she blames Jen Fessler for bringing this whole situation up in the first place. But Jackie, the reason why she wanted them to stop fighting is so she could get her little limelight and get and read a limerick off her phone about Jennifer on how she's a poor planner for a party, that if she sets up a party for coffee reading, that she was just trying to scam the girls. And I'm like, that was so dry. I said, Jackie, you could have kept that in your phone. But Jen Fessler, she gives a limerick that was fun and funny. And I thought it was a light shade and cute. And the episode ends there. So we do get some previews on the next episode, and I am so excited. I'm just waiting to see when this secret is about to drop. And I'm like, how are these girls are going to react? And I'm like, damn, this what it gotta take to make this show interesting. Oh my god. And I wonder where Danielle's gonna lie, because Danielle, Melissa's been your friend. Melissa's been helping you with your bougie kids, helping you do this pop-up in her store. Now, how is Danielle going to respond with this secret? Because at the same time, Danielle can like Melissa, but she does not like Margaret. At least she's not safe around Margaret. So what is she going to do? How is she going to act? And I look forward to that. We also do get to see where Melissa, at some point, she throws Danielle under the bus. And when she does that, I'm like, no, Melissa, Danielle has arsenal. She has an arsenal on her. Like, don't throw Danielle under the bus. And, Melissa, she throws Danielle under the bus because she tells Rachel that Danielle called her a rat. And, rat is a big word to use, especially in the Italian culture. So we're going to get all that drama. So I can't wait to see what next episode's going to give. But I look forward to this international trip. There's no guys, so we just get the girls holding down the show. So if you like this recap, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Take care, and don't forget, share as much kindness as possible. See ya. Bye.